made a severe and continuous error in our previous episode, whereas I have continually and unabashedly mispronounced Father Andrew Stephen Demick's middle name. I want to express my heartfelt apologies, and I don't expect to be forgiven. As a token of my repentance, I suggest to Father Andrew to change his last name so that,
just the middle name. Just the middle name.
So it would better reflect how it's pronounced. So it would contain just V. So it would just contain V, so that us, people who hail from other countries with better languages, would have easier time pronouncing that name. Thank you, and pray for me as I pray powerfully for you.
Stephen.
If that's your real name. If that's how you even pronounce your name.
Welcome to our second episode. Nothing's new, basically.
We are wearing different shirts. My beard's had longer.
Yeah, my hair is shorter.
Yeah.
But it's still spiky.
Yeah.
It's a sin, people. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But what are we talking about today?
New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
Is that what, that's the today's episode.
Is that even a thing? New Year's resolution?
No, why? Perish the thought.
Hold on. Hey Google, what is a New Year's resolution?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. A New Year's resolution is a tradition, most common in the Western Hemisphere, but also found in the Eastern Hemisphere, in which a person resolves
Google, stop. Hey Google, stop. Hey Google,
behavior.
stop.
This is what's called a factoid. A completely useless piece of trivia.
No, like seriously? Couldn't it be a bit shorter? Okay, we'll explain what New Year's resolutions are, okay?
In the case you live in the Eastern Hemisphere.
Yeah, obviously. You guys need to know. So, when it's about to be New Year, people sit down and reflect on their lives, on things they do, things they don't do, they should be doing, etc., and devise a list of things.
Yeah, which is not to smoke, to get fit and lose weight.
Pretty much 99% of New Year's resolutions actually contain these items. Not mine. Haha.
I will especially reflect on your list.
No, you won't. I did the stupidest thing possible ever.
You married.
No, I sent you my list.
The two, yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, now I will say what I wanted to say.
Please.
We showed each other our respective lists, and he sent me his, which was a photo of his list. But he took a photo of it so impeccably that I wasn't sure if it was a photo, a scan, or simply a print screen. And I don't think I have ever seen his handwriting until that point. Guys, M has the most beautiful...
I'll explain.
Stop correcting me. Stop correcting my pronunciations.
You idiot. You have to say you idiot.
You idiot.
Yes, thank you.
I should also start hitting you.
No, that's next level.
Yeah. Most beautiful handwriting you have ever seen. But also the most ineligible one, because you can't read it. I literally, I think I maybe was capable of reading 2 items from your list. But I thought that it was like some...
beautiful.
Yes, I thought it was a cursive font on in Word.
Just wonderful.
It is.
Just look at it. Here's the thing. I was also amazed when I got his list, because out of my 100 items, his list only has like 5. You updated your list?
No, I printed it out.
No, that list was like 5 things.
No, it wasn't. Oh, yeah, maybe, no.
No, now it's 7. Okay.
No, I literally printed the one that I sent you.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he, like, where my font is like an 8.
Yeah.
Yours is like an 18. Or even
Yeah,
worse.
18. Here on the paper it's like 40.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that, I guess. Hey B, why do people make these resolutions when they obviously know they will never, ever
It's
achieve
simple. When do you start going to gym?
them? You don't.
Assume that I do. When do you start going to gym? Or fitness center or whatever? What day of the week?
What day of the week? Monday?
Of course. New Year's is the Monday of the year. Yeah. So that is why everybody transformed themselves into an angel of light, into a fit person, into a non-smoker, into a thin person, into a person with a good eyesight. That doesn't work. Not that other items did either. But we'll keep that for later.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, people essentially people like to begin their year with a failure, which will depress them for the entire year following.
Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of people's lists are just a list of future failures, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really have to be like that. You know, personally, I use a lot of methods. I'm not talking about like predefined methods or somebody else's authored methods or something to like organize myself and be productive. You're still there?
Yeah,
You just don't want to listen to what I have to say.
of course.
He's like, how can you make it more obvious? But anyways, really, it's a great way, not just when the year is about to end and a new one is about to begin. It's actually making lists of things you want / don't want, especially things you want to change. It's a good thing.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
But don't do it once a year. That's the problem. That's a problem.
Actually, I think that the issue with a majority of these lists is that they're too broad. As in, lose weight. Okay, that's fine.
Not mine.
Okay, well, you didn't have to lose weight because you lost it
No,
all.
I'm not talking about weight loss. I'm talking about lists being yours is yours is like wishful thinking.
Mine isn't
fantasy.
that bad. No, mine isn't that bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, but
It's not.
it's bad, but not that bad. But people like to make general like lose weight. Okay, fine. Make it more specific, like stop eating sugar. Okay, that's much better. Eat more broccoli. Way out there. Now that's a failure. Sweet broccoli.
But broccoli is pretty good actually.
When you drown it in butter.
That too.
Like
but there's a bunch of sauces you can do with broccoli.
Yeah, like mayo, and then you remove the broccoli. No, actually, yeah, broccoli's fine.
He doesn't eat peanuts, so he's definitely.
I eat peanuts in their original form, the way God intended them to be eaten.
Who eats peanuts in their original form?
Well, outside of dishes, or butter form.
Yeah, peanut butter. Come on.
No.
Come on, peanut butter.
As Pet Shop Boys say, it's a sin.
Look, we went from. I think we're getting better because we went from misquoting the Bible
Yeah.
in our podcast to just adding a bit of
Made up verses. Yeah, that's better.
That's definitely better.
Yeah.
But now we're just labeling things as sinful or not.
Or you. Are you sinful? Ask us. And yes, you are.
How about we talk about, in a broad sense, what our New Year's resolutions are?
I can be very specific about mine because mine is shorter and nobody has time for that.
No. I don't have time for that as well.
We only have. We only have so much time on this earth.
Look. Here's the thing. A lot of it could be wishful thinking and will probably never happen, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't stop me or anybody else from wanting something, right? There's one saying, I guess.
Saying or saint?
Saying.
Okay.
You talk about saints, I'll talk about sayings.
Sins or saints?
So, it's a kind of a modern thing. It's like be whatever you are, right? It's yeah, seriously. People be like, be whatever you are. Like accept yourself, blah blah blah. And to me, it doesn't work that way.
Have you seen the horror movie Crucifixion?
Yeah.
You have seen it?
No.
Okay. I was really surprised.
I know.
Anyway, what attracted me towards this movie was that it's a horror movie about an Orthodox exorcism.
It's a horror movie about an Orthodox exorcism.
Yeah, but it's also a horror movie of how bad it is. Maybe we could watch it someday. But I plan to make a long video about it on my own because I want to trash it to smithereens. But at the end of the movie, the previously atheist journalist, who of course was converted by the end of the movie by the demon to believe in God because that's her only hope of salvation, she gets possessed, as they do, typical journalists. So this Orthodox priest is like blessing her like this.
Why?
I don't know. They Googled blessing, and the first thing that came out was probably a Da Vinci painting of Jesus doing this.
So I thought somebody Orthodox made the movie, but it's
oh no.
It's
Oh no. Do you know what's behind the royal doors in the church? A dungeon. That is one of the many fails, but
okay.
So he's like reading exorcisms over her. At one point, he says to her, "You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself." And I'm like, that is the worst advice you can give to somebody during an exorcism. You have to believe in yourself. Okay. Yeah, so that's a bad advice.
It's a good. It makes a good point. It's like you suck.
Yeah.
So don't be yourself. Don't be yourself. But you can be what you want to be, and that's what you should be.
Yeah.
A big, if I may say so, a big part of like growing up and maturing is actually knowing what you want. Knowing what you want out of yourself, out of other people, etc., etc. And it has a lot to do with these lists.
Oh yeah.
Because there is a huge difference between casually from time to time casually thinking about what you want to do, what you want to change about yourself, etc., etc., and actually writing it down, or maybe in your case maybe even drawing it.
Yeah.
Because then it kind of comes to life.
They have done studies, and people who write down their goals have a much higher rate of actually completing those goals.
Absolutely.
It is a typical tried and true life coach gimmick. Put it on a list.
Empirically, I can absolutely confirm that. Like before I started putting things down, and I kind of saw it from somebody at college. I always love to like write stuff down, blah, 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 but then I saw a colleague of mine. She was like so well organized. She used a notebook.
Okay.
And when I saw what she was doing, I was like, I'm gonna do it better. Yeah, and it works. Definitely does.
It is a good approach. Always strive to be better than the other person. For example, both of us put it on a list to lose weight. We had 50% success rate. Play along. We need to affirm those studies if we want to get sponsorships.
Well, losing weight is a noble goal, I might say, but as people noticed, you're not that fat, B.
That means that my stratagem worked perfectly. There is a reason why we shoot from this angle. I must not stand up. Fetch me that cupboard.
Fetch for the remote. Well, back to lists.
Yes.
Everybody's going to read from their own medium. I'm going to use the 21st century one. It's a tablet.
And I will use the one that Jesus used.
Are you sure?
Absolutely not. He used parchment at the best.
Obviously.
At the best.
Well, B, on a general note, like, is there something that's like profoundly found its way on there. It's like it has to be there. It would have been there.
Absolutely.
What's that?
The first thing, by the way, I failed all of these things. I failed them royally.
Reading your list, I failed them as well.
Do you want me to go through my entire list than entire yours?
No.
No. Better go entire yours, because when people hear mine, they'll simply cut the video at you. So.
No, I'll just talk about my categories or something.
Okay, fine. I'll go through my entire list because it's shorter. First item.
No way that's gonna happen by then, but okay.
8 hours of sleep a day. I'm so sleepy. I had 4 hours today, and this corpse is running on coffee right now.
Like, seriously, I mean, it's a great goal, but like,
I believe that
objectively,
I believe that 60% of my issues are directly result of lack of sleep. My lightweight depression, my lightweight obesity,
terrible pronunciation of the English language.
Terrible pronunciation,
Terrible pronunciation of the Serbian language.
Yeah. So I need more sleep, and to be quite honest, I was sort of guilty that I placed this first above prayer and God and everything. But then again, God wants me to pray when I had enough sleep.
With all due respect, if you see my categories, I start with my physical health and then with my spiritual health.
Well, I copied from the best then. Next item. Next items are like devotions. You being regular during prayer, reading 3 chapters of the Bible per day, doing my prayer rope rule given to me by my spiritual father, and 15 minutes of silent contemplative prayer per day. And the reason I'm telling you all of this, because I feel this horribly, so I'm not really bragging how much I'm praying. Otherwise, if I was successful, I would simply say, this is fine, and move on to the next. But because I failed horribly, like, I found my prayer rope, like, yesterday.
It's funny because it's sad.
Yeah, I think that my guardian angel is simultaneously laughing and crying as regards to this list. The third one, more walking, more gym, more exercise for my spines, and more stretches.
No, it doesn't say more walking. It just says walking.
Shut up.
Sorry, but I see it.
This I failed even more than prayer, because technically I did pray a couple of times until today.
Kudos.
Well, I did
Points.
Absolutely nothing of the rest.
Judge, please, 15 points.
Okay. What, to judge me? Next one is fruit, veggies, tea, cereals. Okay, ever since Christmas, I don't think I have eaten any plant in any sort of capacity. So I'm probably developing scurvy by now. Yeah. Fifth one, this is you guys. Bible Illustrated. By that I mean drawing Bible verses, not the channel, then Bible Illustrated Hands, then the podcast, which would mean this, and animation. Now, this is the sole part that I did good. Every day, until yesterday, I managed to draw something for Bible Illustrated. So that was fine. Finally, work, we'll skip that. And 7 is miscellaneous, where I simply put reading, because reading's good for you. But I also have some negative resolutions that I simply scribbled around, which is say no more often, because the other 40% of issues that I have is me not saying no to people who, for example, suggest recording podcast on the opposite side of the city, for example. And then
pick you up with their cars. Once out of 2 times, that's 50%.
Like our weight loss rate.
Exactly. That's pretty good.
If you aim for 100%, you'll get it 50%, which is not that bad.
Exactly.
Then not surfing on the internet in the evening. Again, this is...
You know what? I didn't even put it in mine.
You
No, I just capitulated to it.
Okay.
I surrendered.
No. I respect you for that. You're honest with yourself. Because with this, I was like, okay, I'll try. And this directly correlates with 8 hours of sleep. I might not have enough time for 8 hours of sleep. But let's make it 6 instead of 4. Let's make it 5 instead of 3. So, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Avoiding video games. At my age, they're just a waste of time. Like, literally.
Yeah, but do you actually find the time to play video games? That's my problem. I'd like to.
Yeah, but you have kids, so like it's not. I mean, if I don't do things I should do, like videos don't get published. If you don't things you do, like kid will stay in the nursery. They will go hungry and so on, and not using the snooze button. I have to use snooze button because I sleep 4 hours a day.
I hate snoozing things. Like as a general rule, not just snoozing the alarm.
Snoozing.
Like I hate whoever invented that.
Is burning in hell.
I'm not a fan. You can't say those things, by the way.
Burning in hell, and he's like, Christ save me, and Christ says, I will snooze.
Look, guys, our blasphemy level right now is off the charts, but still,
snooze.
Fine. Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Always.
You know, like there's a circle of people. Thank you for sharing, B.
Thank you. I have been sleep deprived for 20 days now.
You're also gonna fail miserably, as all of us will, obviously.
I just want to finish recording before I fall asleep in the chair.
Fair enough. Mine is a bit longer, so I'll try not to bore you guys.
You can't say that during... Oh, the list, okay.
I have a couple of things which are related to physical health, which pretty much correlate with what you know, walking more.
Yeah.
I actually train a martial art, and I want to like be consistent with it because right now I'm constantly like not going to practice, which is bad. And there's my spiritual health. It's a bit of a longer list because I also am trying to include prayer into my daughter's lives. And I don't have even the minimum of minimums of the prayer that I'd like to, and not to mention that I should have. So I'm also starting with, you know, trying to have a daily rule and sticking to it.
It just occurred to me that you can comment on my list because you can read it, and I can't comment on yours because what is that?
My beautiful handwriting.
Guys, it's really beautiful. That's what I hate about it so much. It's like when you hate a person that's and you know that person is good, and you sort of and that annoys you even more.
Like you're good.
I can't even hate you properly.
And some of the things that I have and you might not, because you might not think of it that way, or you're already doing it. I kind of want to visit more monasteries, for example.
It didn't occur for me. I simply didn't put. I don't have a car, so it's a bit of a hassle. But I'm willing to fulfill that list item along with you.
Yeah, the thing is, just a quick comment. Like every time I do visit, I feel great. It's you know, it's like you can't really. It's not something I would even attempt to describe. And we have so many here in Serbia, so many beautiful monasteries. We have so many saints everywhere.
Oh, maybe we should even visit some that are abandoned.
By car? Why not?
Why not?
Can you go? I mean, okay. I see what you're saying.
There is this really small one called Stara Pavlovica, which is a Byzantine monastery.
I know that one.
And it's, I mean,
is it?
It's literally the smallest church possible. But why not?
Dude, I was actually there.
Really?
It's in Rashka.
Yeah. It's there.
There was a wedding there.
It's very Santic.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous. I think it's like 12th century, right? Did you say?
I think it's even 11th.
it's beautiful. I know that I was there. I'm having goosebumps right now, and I want it to show. So yeah, I have those couple of things that are not like prayer, but are also like
practical.
Like do something.
I have to reject your offer of marriage at that site, but I want to visit.
And also I have things that actually I know a lot of Orthodox Christians have at their homes as well. Like I would take the holy water like 15 times a year and just not sure what to do with it, and it would like.
They want a life hack?
Yeah, sure.
A day before theophany.
Like I just want to take care of it. And by the way, that's holy water. Like it really is. Like I have like 10 years old bottle, which is like fresh as it was 10 years ago. Like it's ridiculous. But
by the way, you know that I'm not much of a mystic. I'm not a person that's like very much into miracles. I mean, they're fine. I don't mind them.
It's cool.
Yeah, but guys, when I take the effort to anoint myself in the morning with the holy oil, when I take the effort to drink the holy water and to pray, they does get objectively better. This is like my personal first-hand go and do it experience. Like drink that water.
Yeah, I also,
anoint that oil.
Exactly. Like when I'm thinking about like daily prayer and stuff like that, honestly, I'm a bit selfish at that because I need it. I need it.
Oh.
It's in a way it's breathing. It's breathing with your spiritual lungs. It sounds too cheesy maybe, but it really, that's the best way I can describe it personally for me.
But that is the best way for the Lord to turn us towards prayer when He can't, when we reject a better reason.
Yeah, I mean, if we're not talking, nothing's happening. So
yeah.
But anyways, that's pretty much that. As far as my spiritual health. As I've categorized it goes. Then I have a category that says peace at home, which is a bunch of things that I need to do at home, like fix this, take care of that. Like there's a lot of
like removing resident stress.
Well,
those little things in the background that annoy you, but and most of them
but they're
require
not
like 10.
But no, they're not little.
Okay.
Like I have to like clean my basement. I have to clean my balcony, which is not
divorce
a balcony.
Your
wife. But trust me, there is a big reason why I call it peace at home.
Yeah.
And it already has one item checked off. Yeah.
Way ahead of me.
Then I have a whole category devoted to sales. I need to sell a lot of things because I am a classic, didn't have much money when he was a kid kind of guy, and then suddenly he can afford all kinds of things, and I'm buying unnecessary stuff, and I just want to sell it. I just want to sell it. That's it. Like I just want to sell it.
I don't have that issue, but I'm like, oh no, they gave me this and I can never part with it.
Yeah.
So I have tons of mementos and like.
You know what the thing? Look. When I buy something, I want to use it.
Likewise.
This is not memorabilia. This is like useful things, like an elliptic trainer.
Yeah.
Which I bought, but I didn't use enough. Like I started using it, then my knee started to hurt because I was too fat, and I was like, I can't use it anymore. But I'll leave it there. But then I started when my knee was better and when I lost weight and all that. I went back to practice, so I didn't really need it.
this one's special. But maybe it was motivating you from the background. What if you sell it, you get fat again?
Yeah, that don't work on me.
So if you guys need an elliptical
trainer sent from Serbia,
no postage paid by us, but order it from us.
Yeah. Then I have like hobbies and friends, which is more or less has tried to go to the movies at least once.
Laughs out loud.
And well, I did go like last year.
Oh,
For
right.
some reason, my wife was like, "This is ridiculous. You're constantly going to the movies." That's what she told me, and I went 3 times.
Which movies?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the latest Star Wars, and before that, Ad Astra. Those are the 3 movies I watched.
Okay. Do you want to see a good movie?
No, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was
I liked it, but it wasn't really a movie for. It's a good movie, not really for me.
It wasn't perfect, but it was good. It was good. Ad Astra was like, and Star Wars, I don't even want to go there.
I wish I was. I wish I were a Star Wars fan so that we can bash it together, but it never really did anything for me.
I'm not touching that topic. Then I have family, which is basically see your family more often.
Yeah.
Call them. I have travel.
Okay.
Which also kind of correlates with friends because my best friend lives in Sweden. I actually tend to visit. He obviously comes every year. I tend to visit every year. Best friend, yeah, best friend.
Okay.
Best friend. We're nothing.
Go on with list.
Then I have like personal projects and projects, which is
who cares?
Which is such a long list, and I'm not even going there. I always tend to like work on too many things. One of them is actually
the podcast,
and then
pray for him because he puts so much of his personal time into this. I literally just come here, I say things, I make these plans, and these aren't scripts, but they're sort of reminders and timelines. And that's it.
You drew the intro. I just animated it.
Okay.
Just animated it.
Okay, animating it was the easy part. But thing is, we're sticking with that intro for some time. So it's not like if I drew a separate intro for every episode, then maybe it would be about evenly distributed time-wise, but
doesn't matter because honestly, we started the podcast last year.
Yeah.
And one of the big reasons why we did it is just like the two of us, whenever we talk, we laugh a lot. Right? We have a lot of fun. And we kind of wanted to see if we can bring that to maybe a broader audience or something. And for 2020, my goals was, can we do it with video? And B was like, let's...
I'm for that.
Let's do it. And this is it then.
Yeah.
So let's see if it works. It's kind of an experiment. And then I have some more sales stuff. Look, it really is sales and sales.
That annoys me.
Yeah, and then a couple of random things. So pretty much everything you have there, just categorized and then a bit more specific maybe, and a lot of things to sell.
Let's use this.
A whole lot of projects which I will never be able to achieve, but it is what it is.
Let us dedicate this theophany to reinventing our New Year's resolutions. Subscribe.
Sure. Subscribe to our New Year's resolutions.
They're getting bigger every day and more unfulfilled.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up. Why do people fail? In general, why do people fail at their New Year's resolutions?
Because making resolutions gives you that dopamine rush, but actually fulfilling them generally doesn't until it starts to pay off.
His reason is so much better. I had a totally different.
Okay.
I was just gonna say people suck.
Well, they do.
I mean, people suck at doing the right thing. People are never doing the right thing. I include myself wholeheartedly in the people group. Let's then end it with, look, B, I honestly wish you to absolutely fulfill that and then some.
Thank you. And I wish you better best friends.
Look, could you just wish 15% for me? Just at least, no, for sales, wish me 100%. I need the monies. But
no, you need less stuff.
Yeah, I really like the elliptic trainer. It has to go there. Like, it's next to my bed right now. I can't even. I can't get up.
You know Marie Kondo? Who's Marie Kondo? She's like this.
Are you pronouncing it well?
No. Anyway, she's like this life coach, and her shtick is minimalism. So removing excess stuff from your life. And her primary goal is, if this does not spark joy, remove it. So I removed all the broccoli. I removed half of my subscribers. But, and that trainer of yours, it sparks wrath.
No, honestly.
Wait, it's next to your bed?
Yeah, it is.
So every time you wake up, it stares at you and ruins your day.
Look. I obviously need to explain.
You need a basement.
But I have to clean it first. You understand the problem? We just had to like let our parents come together and buy a little kitchen for the kids. It was like IKEA kitchen.
Okay.
It was so. I was like, the minute I saw it, and I didn't even have to had.
I will probably buy it for my niece, like a similar, or maybe that.
It's wonderful. Like there's even a smaller one. If they don't have room, we didn't have room, and they were like, okay, we'll buy you the smaller one, and we were like, I don't know where to put it. And I was like, I saw the electric trainer. I was like, we'll buy the big one, and we did, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, I want to buy it for my niece. I really.
But the only place where I could put the trainer was next to my bed, which is not the perfect place.
Well, still, you did.
I had my clothes on it though.
Like somebody.
It has a purpose.
No. Somebody said like, man, stationary bikes are the best place to keep your stuff. And then somebody said, did you guys have an unused crib?
We'll have that as well.
Oh yeah.
It's on the list. You see, if you can read.
But you can't sell it because you have to sell things in
guys,
it first.
This is how it looks like.
Or you could have put it on the screen.
I'll blur it because I don't want.
You don't need to blur it.
Yes, I need.
Actually, just write something and something standard and put it on the screen.
How do you mean?
Like write, hi guys, and see how many.
Oh no! I'll play Rick Roll.
Yeah. Well, that joke's out of the window now.
If I can just relate for our first video, actually Father Andrews posted on his Facebook
Thank you, senpai.
Yeah, it's like he posted that's like some mice are reviewing his article and people were like, is this Rick Roll?
You liked it. Oh, Christopher Tolkien died.
Yeah. Rest in peace. He's actually the one, who gets all the credit for actually us being able to read Tolkien's works, because he was the one who got those manuscripts, took it all together. He's the sole reason why a bunch of Tolkien's books were published, like Silmarillion.
If there wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the Hobbit movie.
Yeah, okay, he's not a Tolkien fan. I am, but looks like say a good one for Christopher Tolkien.
And Tolkien.
And Tolkien as well. See you in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.